Hope you're all bearing up, managing this incredible connection, its wonders and its challenges. I hope the benefits are greater than the difficulties that these mastering technology requires, at least for someone like me. So let's begin with the salutation to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. And I'd like to follow that through with the Buddha's words on loving kindness and the 5 subjects for frequent recollection. So if you want to take a minute or so to find those those references. As I've suggested, just even reading some of these ancient texts is beneficial. Just imagine, the words that were laid down so many centuries ago in a different culture. Obviously, it's going to present certain difficulties in getting a translation that really works smoothly for your own mindset, your own attitudes. Particularly if people have been brought up in a particular, religious atmosphere they no longer agree with, feel comfortable with. This is more of the same stuff. Understandable, but give it some rope. Give it some time. There's a reason. It's not a rational process, but there's a reason for it, a practical reason for it. Very pragmatic, because this is the real. People say, "What? This is so unreal. This is unrealistic." I'll tell you, this is the real world, because this is dealing with your depths. It's not going to tell you about how to download an app and, all these kinds of things. But it's going to tell you how to deal with pain, how to deal with loss, how to lift yourself up through the challenges of the day, how to create references to something that you feel trust and benefit from, that's pure and compassionate. It's not going to ask anything of you other than your openness and your willingness to bring forth the best in you, and just to have an opportunity for something that really does, in a way, gently but persistently ask us to bring forth our best and to recognize we have a very good heart in here. It needs to be probed and brought forth, and this is puja, is the bringing forth of the heart. It's a bringing forward the heart. Sometimes that can feel embarrassing or odd. Okay, weird or religious. Okay, so just sit back. Have a look at the words. Listen to the sound. Nobody's asking anything. And consider, what the Buddha, what this person did in their life, living an extremely challenging life, austerity, situation with death, decay, war, brutality is going on all around them. Managing to develop meditation in rough, inhospitable circumstances with mosquitoes and famines. And through complete altruistic concern, offering teachings freely to anyone who wished to pick them up. if anything's worth honor, that has to be there. And it's how to learn, almost how to enjoy and appreciate the benefit of giving honor. It's not about saying thank you, really. It's not a polite custom. It's a real sense of the heart rises to just sort of get in touch with the heart that brought forth those teachings. And with gratitude, and you bow. You bow. It's just a simple gesture that you just, yeah. And you feel actually when you honor, you get the benefit. It's not the Buddha image doesn't care. I shouldn't think the Buddha really minded either whether you honored him or not. But it's those who offer honor receive the benefit of a heart that lifts up and opens itself. And that's the value of it. And the tonalities of chanting are just there to smooth the process along, to smooth and moderate the process, to calm and soothe the process. So there's a real loving devotional sense with that. And it's a rare occasion. What else can you have devotion for in such a pure way? And devotion is a beautiful gesture of the heart. So we are, one feels grateful there's something worth honoring. The heart can do that too. And then you can reflect upon the various qualities that are there, the Buddha, the knower of the worlds, one who has completed the practice, skillful in knowledge and conduct, teacher of gods and humans, tireless to his dying breath, offering teachings for the welfare of others to his last breath. And you can reflect upon the Dhamma, something immediate, you don't have to strain for. You take the bit that you can, pick up the thread and it will lead you in. Pick up the thread of generosity, it will lead you in. Because what's the most beautiful thing to give? Your heart. Okay? Make it worth giving. As soon as you offer your heart, it's already worth giving because it's started to develop the barami of generosity. So you can take a little thread like that. It's not difficult to conceive of. And take that in, you find, this brings out the best in me. Follow it. Harmlessness. Pick up that thread. Follow it. What does that lead to? Completely respect, restraint, letting go of destruction, letting go of self-centeredness, respect for all creatures. Where does that lead? Relinquishment of vanity, aggression, conceit, domination, the corruptions that are destroying this planet. It takes us to that. Isn't that beautiful? Sangha. Who do you rely on when the times are rough? People are not necessarily, seemingly having fun, but they're totally reliable. Ujju. They practice ujju, straight, upright. They mirror and model the upright. Samichi, they're well moderated, thorough in their practice. Nyaya, they're conscious of what they're doing. They're aware of their actions. They take their actions and speech with a sense of conscience and concern. Well practiced. Sangha is the practicing human. And this is the Sangha that everybody can join. Whether you're old or young, sick, doesn't matter. Don't need to go to a monastery for that. So this is indeed a very open way, the way of depth. Surfaces are narrow. Surface reality is a narrow, dusty, twisted world of circumstances. The way of the depth is open, enriching, available. Therefore, we follow it. This is a very realistic thing to do. Set yourself up for every day. Okay, then look at those Buddha's words on loving kindness. Yeah, it's certainly not sentimental. Let them be able and upright. It's actually the term there is sakko ujucha, suhu jucha. It's a repetition. It means let them be, really, let them be really, their uprightness is potent. Sakku uju. And then suhu uju, let them be really well and completely upright. It's really just emphasizing the same term. And it's not about, law and order. It's about a sense of dignity, respect, propriety, conscience to concern. These are rich potencies. And that's the beginning of it. That's where you practice loving kindness from. Straightforward. No messing around, no kind of undercover things. Straight. Gentle in speech. Speech doesn't push, manipulate, slash, distort. It's easy to hear, easy to listen to. One who speaks well is aware their words enter somebody else at the depth. Therefore, they speak with a sense of care about what they're putting into somebody else's heart. Nowadays, of course, speech is very surface. Nobody listens. People just babble. You see twittering and, speeches, just surface babble. It doesn't go to the depth because people don't even know there is a depth. But one who knows there's depth says things are worth going to the depth. Says right speech, one speaks things that are valuable, useful, the right time, the right place, words that could be treasured, lingered over, leave agreeable residues for years. You remember that phrase. Therefore, one looks at speech as a potential treasure. And speech is, in a way, it's again, we come back to that term love. Remember, we're not talking about romance or attachment or passion. We're just saying a sense of other people matter to me. I realize I affect others. Other people matter to me. And my effects on other people are things that concern me. And speech is one way in which one demonstrates that. One speaks things that are purposeful, useful for the welfare of others, conducive to harmony. And if stuff's happening in the chitta that's not comfortable, agreeable, aggressive, corrupted, then one looks at it very carefully and asks for help with it. I have certain problems. I'm experiencing some difficulties. Please help me. It's a slashing words, blaming and accusing. It's understandable that there's disagreement, but disagreement is a trifle. Disagreement is something we express with a mind of compassion and concern, ask for help to clear it. This is kindness. This is love. When you trust another will give you correct feedback. That's love, all right. And it's such a treasure to feel the one can be such a person. That person trusts. They offer their intimacies for your concern, your consideration. They confess their shortcomings. You don't. It's just such an incredible blessing to feel one is seen in such a light. And this is the fundamental human thing. So we should look at some of these terms that are referred to. And so if you cultivate that, then this is, may all beings be well, may they be free from suffering, stress. This is the heart of goodwill. And we reflect again on the fact that our time here is on this surface level of being separate bodies is limited. Yeah, it's limited how long this physical form will move around on the surfaces of the planet, going through days and nights is limited. You never know when it's going to happen, when it's going to end. And for someone who only has a surface, that's pretty grim news. But if you have depth, okay, you take that on. You live with that sense. This surface stuff has to be handled carefully. Don't make a home in it. Yeah, and we meet at the depth. We meet at the depth. We share at the depths. We view each other from the depths. I don't mean some grim abyss. I mean a sense of the depth of our heart. Therefore, when the surfaces pass away, naturally there's a sense of, a bit of me has passed too. But in the depths, there's no diminution of love, respect, gratitude. And so this makes life a very, a great occasion to share. This is surely what life on this level is about. So let's go into the puja, and I've given this little, reminder so that I like to move from the sound, listening to the sound, and then let that words fade into the silence and continue your reflections and recollections privately in your own time, your own way. Supatipannoya sambhagavato savaka sangho Dhamayam bhagavantang sadhammang sasanghang Ime zanare yandarahang Aro kite api pujayama Satu no bande bhagawa suchira parini utopi Vajima janatanu pamanasa Ime sangarendo katapana karabunde patikan hatu Ham di haradam hindaya sukhaya Arahang samma sambuddho bhagava Buddham bhagavantang abhivademi Swakato bhagavata dhammo dhammang namassami Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho sanghang namami Namayam buddhasa bhagavato abhupabakanamakarang Romase Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Annamayang buddhana satinayang romasi Tanko pana bhagavantang evam galeya no giti sando abogato Yelepiso bhagavang arahang samma sambuddho Oeja charana sampanno sugado lokavitu Anuttaro Borisa Dhamma Sarati Santa Deva Manutsanam Buddho Bhagavati Annamayam Dhammanusadinayam Romasi Swakando Bhagavanta Dhammo Santayatiko Vakaliko Ehipasiko Apanaiko Pajadang Veditapo Inyuhiti Andamayang Sanghanusadinayang Romasi Sampatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujjapatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyayapatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samicipatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yantidam Jatndari Purisayuk Niyata Purisa Pukala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuneyo, Pahuneyo, Dakineyo, Anjali Karaneyo, Anuddarang Punya Kirtang Lokasate. Oh, let us chant the Buddha's words on loving kindness. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, free from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding, by not holding to fixed views. The pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. Now let's chant the verses, the subjects of recollection. Ajaradamo mejarang anatito. I am of the nature to age. I have not gone beyond aging. Bayadidamo mi bayading anatito. I am of the nature to sicken. I have not gone beyond sickness. Maranadamo me maranang anatito. I am of the nature to die. I have not gone beyond dying. Zambehi me biyehi mana behi nabawo vinabawo. All that is mine, beloved and pleasing, will become otherwise, will become separated from me. Kamma sagomi kamma dayando kamma yoni kamma pando kamma patisarano yang kammam garid sami galayanam wa papakam wa dasadayado bhavitsami. I am the owner of my kamma, heir to my kamma, born of my karma, related to my karma, abide supported by my karma. Whatever karma I shall do, for good or for ill, of that I will be the heir. He wang ang he hiya bin hung pa chowe kita bang. Thus we should frequently recollect. This triple gem is, Buddha Dhamma Sangha is called a refuge. And you should also consider this carefully as being a true statement. A statement from the depths of the heart, a place that you can go to in your sorrow and pain, in your failures and mistakes. And, put it down. It's accepted here. I don't mean we favor it, but this is the place where you said that was, incorrect. Finish it. This I let go of. This is a place where you can do it. You can let go of it. The hanging on, the bickering, or the snaring, snaggling, and quarreling that goes on in the surface. It's where you can, enough. Refuge place, no judgments, no condemnation, just a place where we can sit freely and realize this certain behaviors are not worthy of us. They're not worthy of our truth. We put them aside. A refuge place where you can meet your confusion with wisdom and compassion. And place, if you abide in it and strengthen it, that place will also guard you from these influences. The seductions and the urgencies and the demands. It's a place where they'll protect you from those influences, so you live in a steady, measured way you can be pleased with, you can grow with. A refuge place. And so often in practice, one of our pujas is just every day asking forgiveness, and it's what's this all about? There's nobody there, but it's you take the time to bear in mind the actions, the speech, the conduct. Is this worthy of me? Worthy of my aspirations? Worthy of my faith? No, this is not worthy. Put it aside. Is this something I'd be happy to present, open up about to the Buddha? Or is it something I'd feel bashful about? Something that contradicts the Dhamma? Trying to own and grab and have, is that really suitable? We don't see it on the surface. We don't see it. We don't even notice it. Just Just everybody's doing it. Don't even notice it. You go to the depth, suddenly it stands out. Oof, what was that? You know. And so this is a place where you can really contemplate and end karma, habitual habits, habitual energies, attachments. You see them, they stand out as subject to stress and degradation. And to see that and to put it aside is the way of freedom. It's just exactly this. Putting aside the degrading, corrupting, limiting energies and attitudes that we find swimming around us and infiltrating our minds. Freedom is not something that esoteric, it's just the release from that. But for that, you have to enter depth where it's no longer personal. It's not a personal tribunal, it's just a pragmatic recognition. This lifts and brightens the heart, this drags it down. This tightens it up, this opens it. What do you want? Barely a choice, is it? When you see it. You move through what we call the surface world, through that letting go, relinquishment, deepening, steadying. Breathing down. Breath, breathing, carry fruitful, cooling, steadying energies of the depth of the refuge through body, through thinking and speaking, and through heart, cleaning, nourishing. So beginning to open the sense doors. Coming out of meditation, this piece is something perhaps we're not so clear about or don't recognize as significant. This is the way that you begin to bring the richness and the views and the energies of the depth, the steadying and what you perceive in that experience. And then you can begin to bring that into the sensory world. It's important to do so we're not living two lives. Integrate. So, okay, body, what is that? It's not the shape you see with your eyes, is it? Slightly moving, rhythmic experience with energy, alive, somehow alive, through no effort of my own. Just being there, pulsing. Warm. What a gift. At this level, treat it with care. Pick up that vibrant quality. Hearing. First of all, listening to the silence. So the hearing is very open, not trying to hear something, just open, receiving silence. The voice, sounds drifting in and out. And keep the hearing so it's got as a vibrant silence. Finally, the eyes. Notice not just the scene, the visual objects, but the act of seeing, the experience of seeing. Luminous. A gentle stimulation of visual consciousness. Not because of any object, but just because visual consciousness is switched on. Your eyes, your visual field is held steady in that. So as we come back to the sense world, we still have the gravity and composure that comes from the depths. Not caught up in objects, but established in our receptivity. Vasami Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami. Okay. So, those you have the possibility to just continue formal practice, feel free to do so. You may need to go about your duties, then maintain that same peaceful composure in what you do, learning how to moderate and attune your attention to the duties of daily life. And we'll meet again in about an hour and a half or something like that.